Welcome. In this series of answer writing for UPSC, we'll be talking about one of the very important and upcoming topic in psychology, highly expected for your upcoming examination, and that is the concept of enactivism. Now, this concept has been in light in the AI revolution, we could say. So, under the cognitive neuroscience and the developments related to it, we understand that the concept of enactivism has become very, very important. So we have created a draft question for you here, which is to understand the concept of enactivism and how this perspective challenges the traditional cognitive models and the implications for human behavior and mental age in the digital era. So first of all, when you are writing your answer, first you need to have a basic knowledge about the concept. So let's try to understand what is enactivism about. Traditional models of cognitive science talk about mind as an information processor. So that means whatever information we get from the external world, that is being reconstructed and it is an internal representation of whatever is seen through our external eyes or the external world or our external senses, right? So that is the basic idea of the traditional models of cognitive science so far. Under the concept of enactivism, we are saying that it is not just a static model which processes the information which is received through the external senses, but it is a dynamic coupling between organism and an environment. So let's understand how it challenges, that's the first part of the question, how it challenges the traditional cognitive model. Now, the traditional cognitive model in the very first go says that mind is a mirror. Mirror means whatever comes in, it simply reflects it. So whatever I see, whatever I perceive is being reflected, that is under a traditional cognitive model, and this idea of enactivism actually rejects that basis of representationalism. So what is the idea? The idea is the concept of circular causality that says that there is a constant relation between action and perception. That means what our actions are that help us to perceive something, and whatever we perceive that develop our action. So there is a constant relation or a cyclic relation between action and perception, and this perception further leading to action. So that is the first challenge that traditional cognitive models face. The second challenge that the traditional cognitive model face is that the traditional models are highly brain-centric and embodied. That means this model actually emphasizes that mind is not only focusing on what the brain is, but it is a co-creation of space between brain, between body, and between our surrounding. So it is a kind of co-creation of space between mind, body, mind or brain, body, and world around us. And the third important idea, in the first one, it rejected mind as a mirror. In the third important aspect, it says, we can say that it rejects mind as a machine. So it rejects the idea of mind as a machine. That means so far the cognitive theory talk about a simple idea that mind acts as a machine, the information goes in, it is processed and it is brought out. However, this talks about replacing intelligence through symbol manipulation. That means there is a constant self-organizing autonomous system that exists that requires an organism to actually process any pre-given information, but also develop an artificial approach or an artificial intelligence approach towards it to understand it, and not just do a mathematical calculation like a calculator, right? The next important challenge that has been given to the traditional cognitive model under the idea of enactivism focuses with the sole focus on autopoiesis concept. This autopoiesis concept says that a system has a capability to self-produce and maintain its own organization. So we can have a very simple idea under this. We have AI humanoid robots being created, and these have a capability to rectify themselves and produce new models for themselves. The same thing we can say applies for human beings on the first go, where we have a continuous idea to self-produce and maintain our own organization. By very nature, we have a domain significance, and we try to maintain that domain significance. Every individual have their domain expertise, and by self-production and self-creation, we try to enhance the skills in the same set. There have been numerous works which have been done by Mathurana, by Varela on the same concepts of autopoiesis, and those researches could be cited as part of your answer writing. So those were some of the important perspectives of enactivism that we say that challenge the cognitive traditional models of understanding. Now, understanding the second part of the answer, which talks about the implication of understanding the human behavior and the mental age in the digital era. So here we first talk about the concept of digital well-being and embodiment. So as we saw, the traditional model talks about disembodiment, a brain-centric approach. However, the present model, enactivism, talks about how enactivism can be a way forward in contributing to issues like digital fatigue, Zoom fatigue. So those are some of the terms that have become popular, where we say that the lot of digital presence has created a stagnation of the sensory motor loops, and activation of those loops are important for a holistic development of an individual. The second one is the digital literacy and the nuances for the digital literacy. So that means, as we said, the concept of autopoiesis, that is self-production and improvement of the self. We are trying to have an active adaptive engagement for the betterment, and this has a nuanced sensory motor understanding for various interfaces and haptic feedback, correct? The next one is the mental health interventions. Now, under the mental health interventions, we are focusing on how enactivism can actually help in therapeutic approach on internet addictions or digital media addictions, where people are constantly associated or fixed with social presence, or want their social presence by some mean or the other, or they have this FOMO, that is the fear of missing out of any social media post that they were unable to see due to some other reasons, right? So those kind of mental health interventions could be treated for the people who are purely digitally native and cannot have an existence without digital world. The next one is a human-centric we could say technological development, and this focuses on the concept of AR, VR, where we are saying specifically for the people who are digitally native and who cannot be without technology. For them, it is a good idea to have some kind of human-centric technology where they interact with technology and they not just sit idle and just use the technology, right? So there is a usage of human movements with the mental framework that is being running. The next is any kind of misinformation or radicalization can be well understood when it comes to the concept of enactivism. Why so? Because it gives a unique perspective to an individual to enact in a certain way. Because of the term enactivism, we can understand how it actually blends with the online realities, so that helps you to blend with the online realities and ensure that you are not being affected by certain kind of misinformation or radicalization that is popular on social media or on the digital platforms, and ensures that you would be well protected against those kind of misinformations, rumors, or any kind of radical movements, even if you are a digital freak. So those kind of things can actually be protected through the idea and the concept of enactivism. This is a very recent and a very important research in psychology, highly expected for your upcoming examination. Concepts like these we are trying to cover as many as possible. Last year we saw numerous questions that were pertaining to contemporary researchers in psychology, and the paper was relatively very difficult in contrast to the previous set. So we are trying to bring in as much as possible for you. So stay tuned, do subscribe for further updates and further answer writing sessions and important guidelines on the same. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day ahead.